Hello, hello, it's Rangers Radio. Hello, hello, this is the Foreign Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good morning and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxshire, on the panel this morning as the one and only Cumbrian Bear. Before I bring in Cumbrian, I'll just give everybody the team news that we've got so far. 4 changes in the starting 11. The team is Alwick, Tavernier, Martin, McCrory, John. Same back 4 as last week. Dorrans, Holt, Candias, Murphy, Windass and Cummins. So 4, 2, 3, 1 again. I think that's the way we'll be playing, with Dorrans and Holt in front of the back 4. Windass, Candias and Murphy in front of them, and Cummings up top. I'm having to get the substitutes in. As soon as I get them, I'll get them through to you. Cumbrian Bear, any thoughts?
Well, I think changes needed to be made. I'd rather see the team down in writing to see what I'm making the shape. You're saying it's the usual shape. But
yeah, he's been back to the 4-2-3-1 to me. And the subs are Kelly, Hodgson, Goss, Morelos, Docherty, Halliday and O'Halloran.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can see it now there on the screen. Aye, looks as though you're right, Ox. No Wes. Holt in. Cummins in for the start and Josh in for the start. My God. What do you think yourselves, lads? Hello?
Alves has disappeared completely. Who was on the bench last week and come on. So is he injured? Or I don't know, mate. Too many questions for me. Anyway, how are you, Cumbrian?
I'm still not over last week.
Oh, tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it.
I think that's the worst I've ever seen us. I don't know talking about it.
Well, don't then. We'll talk about the day's game.
I agree with me. I was sore, eh?
Well, mate, it was the sorest ever. But for me, it was the sorest ever because it was the biggest doom I've ever had.
Well, I was at the 71 League Cup final, so they tell me.
Can you go and mute, Big Al?
I was there in 57 at Hampden when they done a 7-1.
Big Al, can you go and mute when you're not talking? Thank you.
Is that it?
Aye, on you go, mate.
I grew up with 7 fingers getting stuck in my face everywhere I went.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember that? No.
No, not quite a bit, mate.
Oh,
20 years before I was born, mate. But
your bus would go through them and they'd be up rattling. You stick the 5 fingers up one hand and 2 in the other. And that was years and years and years after the 7-1 game. It went on for years. So that's what I grew up with.
I mean, obviously there's no footage of that. Thank God they lost it just after the final whistle, I believe, which was quite when Scotland was Scotland. But I mean, for me, that was the biggest doing we've ever took, possession-wise, attitude-wise, everything. Anyway, how we doing, Mr. Global Ambassador? Morning to you, or good evening to your good self. How are you?
Good evening. Not bad, gentlemen. Sorry about that technical difficulty.
That's all right, mate. You're learning.
I didn't realise I had the telly on.
When you come into our international studio, mate, you're getting feeds from all over the world.
I know.
Have you seen the team, big man?
No, I was looking up as you spoke. Well, at least Cummins is getting a shout, eh? I'm maybe a bit late in the day, but look, I don't know what you want to talk about. Hopefully we do the demo today. But like, I'm reading the papers again, and he's coming out with interviews. Why is he being interviewed in the newspaper, Marty? Have you read them?
What one was that? Was that the one that was in yesterday's paper?
Well, no. Is it one for this morning?
I don't know, mate. I've seen that question.
If it's first, no, not that one. There's another one.
I haven't read it, mate.
The moment he was going to leave Rangers and after the game, 5 minutes after the final and all this. Why is he even doing that? We've got another big game. And that's undermining everything. Oh, but why is he getting allowed to do those things?
I would go back to my original point, naivety. What do you think? The same back four, very light in the midfield for me, Cumbrian.
Aye, it looks awful much this, but we're getting used to it, awful, aren't we? I feel sorry for myself. He's way out his depth, this kid. So there you are, that's where he is, and that's where we are. Let's just hope they put up a bit of fight this week, because God knows what's going to happen next week.
Oh, 1 week at a time, mate. 1 week at a time.
Aye. 1 minute at a time.
Do you see it, Big Al, as a 4-2-3-1 again? And that'll be Holt and Dorrans holding again, and it's just not their natural positions for me.
It's not that, no. It's definitely no. If that's the way he plays, you can only play the team one way, and the team's not very good at playing that way either. Dorrans has got to be further up the park, hasn't he?
I agree, mate. I agree. He you know.
What's your assessment on Dorrans so far for us? I don't rate him. I don't think he's
some tremendous goals. Made a couple of goals as well. Started well, but when we played him with Jack and the two and the sitting midfield, it looked as if he always should be more advanced. So taking your point on Ward, I think he's forward in a midfield setup. He's no naturally a defensive player for me, and then because he doesn't go crunching into tackles. He works hard enough. If I was scoring out of 10, I'd be really honest, mate. I'd give him 6 out of 10 for his Rangers career so far. You know, I don't know if you think any different, but I hope he can come on again. I mean, even last week I couldn't fault his effort, but we kept getting the ball away. You know, and then so obviously, Dockett has been dropped, and some people thought he was my best player last week. Obviously, Fodden's got a bad back.
He's the prestige signing, isn't he, really, Dorrans? We can't afford for him to be blowing hot and cold. And if he's blowing hot and cold simply because he's not playing in the proper position, you have to play him in the proper position. I'm no tactician or football manager, but to me it's quite simple. You play him further up, play him off the striker. He's got enough in the Scottish League to play that position, surely.
You play him in the Windass role where Windass is playing?
Yes. He's a bit more brains about him anyway, you know what I mean? And probably a bit more cojones to play that position for us.
Aye, well, I don't disagree, mate. But for me, and I'll go to Cumbrian Bear with this one, any good side needs a ball winner in the middle of the park. Cumbrian Bear.
I think that's what we hold he's in there for. That's what you could class him as, really.
Do you see him as a ball winner, mate? I just see him as somebody who, Jason Holt, great endeavour, great attitude, great team player, but he's no gone and crunching into tackles, taking the ball off of players. He's not that type for me. He's short in stature. He's a big heart.
He just gets right in amongst their legs and makes them make mistakes, and other people pick up after mistakes. I like wee Holtley. I do think he gets in and noises them up, and that's what you need. You're right, he gets bundled off the ball a wee bit too easy, but he's only wee. You know, he's all heart, the boy. I don't know what way he would play that today. I will say one thing, these players today, they must know what's going on behind the scenes, mustn't they? So they'll be playing to get themselves a start under a new manager, I would think. So you would think they would go out and give their all, wouldn't you?
Listen, mate, when you play that blue jersey with that blue badge on it, I would expect them, especially the Rangers supporters in the team, to gear them all. I mean, there's a few things in the squad. Alves has disappeared. Is injured. We don't know about Foderingham. So, listen, there's a short interview for Graham Murray, so if you don't mind going on mute, lads, let's hear it and we'll make you answers to some of the questions.
You've changed things up a bit ahead of today. What was the thinking behind that?
We needed to change. We need people who can step in and handle the atmosphere and the situation. Unfortunately, Wes has got a bit of a shoulder issue, but Jack's come in, he's trained really well, so we're bringing him in. Jason Holt obviously is a guy we trust implicitly and can handle any kind of situation, and I just thought it's time to give Jason a go.
Do you think Jason Cummings' attitude is one of the good things about playing him today?
One of the great things about the guy is he loves life. He's a big guileless guy, he's very confident, he's very cocksure, and he's going to bring positive energy to the group, and I think that's what we need today.
You've just finished a team meeting. What's the feeling around the squad? Do you feel like you're going to get the reaction that you want?
Hope so. They look determined, they look ready, they've trained really well, so I'm hoping that translates into a good performance on the pitch. But whatever the situation throws at us, we have to be ready to cope with, and the team we've picked, the squad that we've picked, I think can go and do that.
How important is it that this team take responsibility for lifting the fans today?
Well, the team, first and foremost, have a responsibility for performance. They've got to perform. If the performance is good, then it will lift the fans. We have to make sure that we walk onto the football pitch with intensity, with pride, with not a little bit of tempo as well, because we need to go about our business in a correct manner, which we didn't do last week. We know that. But the performance will take care of anything that we need to do to get fans on side, to lift the fans, to get them going. But we need to make sure, first and foremost, we take care of performance.
What do you expect from Hearts today?
Organisation, they don't concede a lot of goals. They'll be buoyed by the things that have gone on around our club in the last week. There's lots of stuff being written about people within the club from people who have little or no idea what's going on, but that's fine. We'll deal with that, and we'll just make sure, hopefully, we are talking on the pitch, because we can't control all those people outside our group. We just have to control what's going on within us.
Thanks for that, old school. Holt coming in. What the question I'll ask anybody if wanting to join us, it's 01413561972, or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. We've been brought into the call. Question to Big Al, and then the same question to Cumbrian Bear. We lost 4 goals last week, and we've no changed the defence, who were culpable for arguably the first 3 goals. Is that fair, Big Al?
Oh, definitely, aye. He said in his interview there he can trust Holt, he knows what he get. Well, why did they not play him last week? You know what I mean? He's throwing him in here because he's not got a Scooby-Doo, man. It's as simple as that. Martin's not good enough. So his Big Lafferty and your man Naismith, the Hearts are going to be up for this. They're coming here. I see Levine's in the paper slating us. You know what I mean? Everybody's out. They're showing all their true colours. They see a weakness. The weakness is right up the middle of the park. In fact, it's on the wings. It's everywhere in the park. Our team is weak all over. So I don't see Jason Holt making much of a difference. Jason Holt runs about, and I do like his tenacity and his drive and his vigour and that, but as you said, he can do all that, but he's not got that ball, or he's not passing the ball. If he does make a pass to a player that's going to do much damage with it. So certainly the centre of defence is a problem area for us. Could he go to a 3? Could he go to a 3?
No chance. Listen, we've been joined by a caller who's just finished 2 square, 4 rashers of bacon, 2
where do you travel, Rod?
4 potato scones, 2 fruit pudding, 1 haggis slice. How we doing, Rudy Bear?
Aye, good. And you're quite right, mate. Just polished off a Sunday morning fry up, so you're right.
Hold on, Rudy.
Rudy, have you seen the team?
I have. I just caught
Thoughts
it there.
before I go to come in there about the centre backs?
Well, there's not much you can do about Wes, is there? He's out injured by the sound of things there. Shoulder injury, I think he said.
Maybe damaged and picking the ball at the net 4 times.
Aye, maybe bent her too quickly or something. Midfield looks a bit light for me. Don't get me wrong, I like wee Jason Holt. You know, his industry and everything's great, you know, and he gets in about people and stuff like that. But he's a bit light, Jason, isn't he, you know? I don't know, man. Windass is obviously, he's got to be cast with getting further forward, you know, with Cummins, you know. Look, it's down to Endeavour the day. It's down to, I'll take a 1-0 Winnox at the end of the day. I don't know if this team is gone by the white, green, murky talks nowadays. I don't know whether this team are fully behind them or no. We've discussed that during the week here. Just need to wait and see what happens. They've got to get up for this because the support deserve a performance now. You know, they really need to start to play in the next whatever 4 games that are left between now and the end of the season. after this one and get that second place, because it's all there is to play for New York. So it's just got to be done. They've just got to do it. I don't want another non-performance half of players, especially Windass. If he's up there with Cummins, he needs to get onto things, get in about people, make things happen, you know.
All right. Cumbrian Bear, that we lost 4 goals last week. I asked Big Al, the 2 centre-backs for me. McCrory wasn't brilliant in the first one. Martin was shocked in the second one, and obviously McCrory showed his inexperience for the first penalty kick. And we're going with the same again. Does that give you concerns?
Aye, I think it does. I think he was schooled a wee bit, McCrory, last week. Martin had a bad game all the way through it. I just don't think he played well at all last week. But McCrory was taken to school a wee bit last week. And he's young enough yet, the boy. High hopes for him. I'm not sure about Martin. He signed a 3-year deal. Is he not? Am I mistaken?
Who?
Martin.
No, he's only on loan to the summer, thank God.
Is he?
Aye,
panic there.
Oh, jeez.
Thank God I'm lying down. Don't feel well. Fair enough.
Cumbrian Bear, I just want to let you know, if you read the contract, I do the funny zone here.
Aye, okay, pal. And no surrender either.
Oh, that put you off your breakfast, Rudy, didn't it?
I didn't half there, I really spat my coffee out. I'm surprised he's went with McCrory at the back again as well, Ox. I would have thought we could have been named with him in that CDM position this week, you know.
But Alves isn't even on the bench, Rudy.
No, so I don't know what's happened there. Did he mention Alves?
I reckon his ponytail was slightly to the left, which meant he couldn't play, you know.
Aye.
Where's Cardosa?
Oh,
I don't know, mate. That's a good point, mate, you know.
But he's disappeared as well.
Aye, disappeared as well.
When you go in Bruno's ponytail.
Aye, you might be right, mate.
Aye, no, I'm surprised that he's got McCrory back there again after his performance last week, because like most of them, he wasn't the only one, but like most, I thought it was abysmal at the back last week, so he was. But Martin, I thought, was worse, you know, in all honesty. So I don't know what he's thinking is there. I would much rather have seen McCrory playing that CDM position, you know, kind of bolster the midfield a wee bit, you know. The boy was doing really well in there before he got injured in that position. I would have thought he'd have been back in there again. Obviously, you know, he doesn't trust that Alves and Cardoso, you know, and that's why he's went with McCrory at the back again, though. As I say, after his performance last week, that's scary to me, you know. I think Big Lafferty will run them ragged, man. I think Lafferty's playing today. I only saw the Hearts team, but
Big
Lafferty
and Naismith are playing.
I think they'll run that the centre-backs ragged today, man, to be honest with you. That's my feeling.
Listen, after last week's performance, Big I'd rather played Holt as centre-back than any of the two.
Well, but that's it reflects on the pool of players that we have, that we don't have centre-halves, you know what I mean? Preferably, look, I've said to you before, I think McCrory, you could build your defence around him, but he's still got a lot of learning to do, so I'm not going to criticise.
I don't see it, mate.
I know, but if you let me finish 1 second. I'm slightly coming round to your way of thought. maybe he is a centre defensive midfielder. But look, that it still comes down to having proper leadership, proper coaching. You know what I mean? The young guy is. I completely forget myself. He's only 19-year-old, isn't he?
He's a raw talent, Al, isn't he?
He's got a lot to learn now. If you had a proper coach coaching him, but at the moment. If he's all we've got, well, we've just got to go with the young fella. But I'll tell you, they two will noise them up all game.
Aye, all game.
Big Laffer and that are more mature. They'll noise them up. They'll be able to get under their skin, they too. Martin, I don't think he can control himself either.
What I will say about McCrory, his pace, his endeavour, he's got a big heart. Cumbrian Bear, but he's a boy now coming up against men. He's had a few good games, but that pace will get him out of trouble playing with under-20s, but the pace of the guys he's playing against is similar to his own, so he'll need to learn fast.
Aye, he's not there yet, but that's how they learn, isn't it? Playing them. There's no use leaving them in the reserves or whatever they call it nowadays. We've got to give him a game time. We've nothing to lose. I know we're looking at second place, but we've really got nothing to lose. It'll be a good experience for the boy. Can I go back to wee Holty just for a second? It's not that long ago we hoped he was our captain and playing out his skin every week and stop him, going in with crunching every week. What happened to him?
He just disappeared, didn't he? He didn't appear to last week.
He just disappeared right after. What happened to the boy?
Wait a minute, I'll get Graham Murray on the phone.
He got man of the match in the end of time. Earlier on.
You just answered the Ox. Graham Murray, that's what happened to him.
You might be right there, mate. I don't know why I got into that debate because I think if I think it's going to be plus it's about the game today, So what about Cummings and Windass in there too? Well, Cummings up top, I think. My thoughts on Cummings is he's a better finishing Morales, but he's a better player. I don't think so, but you judge centre forwards on their goals. So ultimately, people could argue he's a better centre forward. But for me, and I'll go to Rudy Bear, Cummings is somebody that should be playing in the 2, in that lone striker role. But if Windass can get close to him, it can be a 2. On you go, Rudy.
I don't think he's got the work rate that Morelos has got, but then I don't think Morelos has got the goal scoring ability that Cummins has got. I mean, Cummins is one of these kind of players. He's an 18-yard box player. And he kind of player who'll score goals. You give him the slightest chance, the ball will get behind the back of the net. I mean, we've all seen the amount of chances that Morelos has missed in the last few weeks. I mean, you can't say for definite, but I'm pretty sure Cummins would have put most of them away, to be honest. We've seen how the way he scores goals, and the chances that he has had this season, which are few and far between, he's done pretty well in them, He's scored goals, scored good goals at that. I think the boy should have been given a bigger chance than he's had up to now. Hopefully, for now at the end of the season, we see much more of him. But you're right, he's not the kind of striker that will play up there on his own. If they're going to play him like that, you'll be wasting your time. You need to give the guy service. You need somebody up there with him, and that's where Josh Windass comes into the game today. He's got to be up there. We all know Josh Windass has got talent, he's got pace, and he knows where the goal is. It depends what Josh Windass is going to show up. That's the problem with Josh Windass. If he shows up today and he starts running at their centre-backs, creating space, dragging them about, Cummins will score. I'm absolutely convinced Cummins will score. But they've got to service the boy properly. They've got to get the ball into the box for him and get him on the end of it. He's got to get on the end of the, for Candace and Murphy. He's got to get on the end of them, so he has. I'm quite pleased that he's getting a chance today because I would think with the amount of chances that Morelos has missed recently, his confidence will be pretty low. I mean, again, last week against the Tims, again, chances missed, and Cummins must have been sitting on that bench thinking to himself, what do I need to do here to get into this team? What do I need to do to get an opportunity here? You know what I mean? So he's going at the day. Let's see what he does with it. But he needs help. He can't do it all on his own.
You're right about Morelos. I mean, one of them was an excellent effort with the Heat. The one should have burst the net for about 3 yards. To be fair, it was maybe a bit far out for him, but how he missed it, I don't know.
Can I ask you a question, Stato?
That must be for you, Rudy.
No, that's
Did
for
you
you.
say Fato?
Stato.
Oh, sorry, Rudy. I'll take that back. On you go.
How many goals has Morelos scored since Cummins came into since we brought Cummins in? Because I'll put it to you, is Morelos has been after Bale since Cummins came in.
Since January.
He's been after Bale since January.
He ain't scored many, Al. I'll just look and see.
So why?
It's a good point, Al.
Why is he even playing when we brought a striker in who was coming off the back? Granted, but he's a goal scorer, and we've no played the guy. A big flaw by the club by not even playing him. And I put it to you, Morelos hasn't scored many goals because we're always talking about Morelos missing goals, and I think we have been talking about it since January.
I think that's a good point you make, Al. Aye, definitely. I mean, bring a boy in like Cummins, and and since January, he's not had much of a chance really. Whenever he has done,
man.
But whenever you look at his goal against Ross County, he takes the ball on the halfway line, runs up the park,
correct,
and takes the chance and scores the winner.
Rudy, no mean you've got the floor. We can manipulate this conversation whatever way we feel like, okay?
Listen, thanks for the call, Big Al.
Come on.
On you go. I think he's not scored many, mate. I can only find one.
But Rudy, what you just said there and highlighted, that game against Ross County, you come into a team and you score a goal like that, you've got to be playing the next game week, and I don't think he played the next game. The confidence is oozing out you. You've come up to a big club, all the fervour that he came into the club with, and then he's sitting on a bench. He's getting 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Oh man, that must drain you. If he wasn't such a loon dog, I would worry for him getting a game. But I don't think it does affect the guy, if you know what I mean. You see him and doing me things to the side with Rangers, with the young guys and things like that. He's always got a smile on his face. So please, God.
He plays
he
plays with a real swagger in his game, mate. So he does. And you know what? You'd need to hit the boy over the head with a couple of baseball bats to take his confidence away from him. He's one of the kind of players. There's no such thing as lacking confidence with Jason Cummins. That's not how he plays. If he misses a chance, he's one of these players. He thinks in his mind he'll get the next one. You know what I mean? Morelos is not like that. When Morelos misses a chance, he sees heat going down. You know, he sulks, he walks about.
That petulance. You know? I do not like that petulance. I absolutely hate that. I would have took the $5 million. Now I believe we've got somebody in the background maybe want to come in here. Is that yourself there, Ox? You carry on, mate.
No. I was just catching up with my kit while you two were talking. I'll go to somebody who knows a bit about football, Cumbria and Bear.
This place is mental, man. That's all I know.
But Cumbria?
A fair comment. I would agree with the lads.
Never heard of the Cumbrian Dykes, no.
Oh, don't start that. That's a different flow altogether. It's a group that meet on a Thursday night, Big Al.
JC said in the lobby that Morelos and Cummins hate each other.
It looks like that.
For Morelos, no passing to his teammates.
Morelos is that type of striker, mate.
Cheerio, all right, let me go on mute.
That'll be the Cumbrian Dykes phoning CP. Anyway, I agree with your point that Cummins is a better finisher than Morelos, but in that role and bringing people into the game and that lone striker role, I think that Morelos is more effective for the team. But you're judged in goals scored. In the league goals, the two of them haven't done very well. I mean, the last game against Kilmarnock, Cummings started at Ibrox and he was very poor. Never started again.
But I would quantify that, Ox, by saying he didn't get any service that day. His service was almost non-existent that day. I mean, the boy was trying, you know.
I mean, that doesn't account for when he did get the ball played up to him, he miscontrolled it, mate.
Well, I know. I mean, that's occasionally a player's going to do that, no matter how.
I never done it in 20 years, mate.
Right, okay. But they've got to supply him properly. But he's a penalty box striker, isn't he?
I agree with that.
Penalty box striker. You know.
You've got to make chances. You've got to get him on the box, and he'll score deflections. He'll backheel it.
You'll get all sorts of goals off him. You know,
glancing headers. You know, he'll score goals that. I think it was the one at Ayr United. He scored that Big Al, if you remember that. It was a lovely cheeky finish, and I think he might be the only man in our team that could score that kind of goal. You know.
Aye. But you can't play him as a centre forward, and then the rest of the team plays if it's Morelos who's in that position.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to accommodate the guy, like, and I think I'm going to take my mate's side here. Rudy's right. That Kilmarnock game, they were playing as if it was Morelos in the middle of the box, you know. So you've got to adapt a wee bit more. Maybe Windass isn't the man to play there. Maybe he needs a wee bit more intelligent, a wee bit more. Experienced player, maybe then a Dorans behind him there, or even pulling Murphy off the wing and putting Murphy in, who's going to go either side across the box, create diversions left, right, and centre, slip a wee ball in, and then he's on it. It's in the back of the net. He's got to try things. He's been there long enough for the team to try things in the play and the manager to try formations for him. But he's never been utilised. He's not been on the park. And when he does go on the park, I think the team still plays if it's Morelos is up front.
Yeah, good point, Al.
So that's an issue. Look, I hope he scores today. I hope he scores a few goals today. I hope the team play well today. I'm wanting them to play well for us as the fans.
Can you understand Can you understand the rationale? Now, I thought his passing was wayward last week, and that's been a problem for him since I've seen the boy Dockery. But over midfield last week, I think he had the most endeavour. He's sitting on the bench today. Can you understand that rationale, Rudy?
No, not really, to be honest. I mean, he is a work in progress, the boy Docker. He's young as well, we forget this. You know, I mean, he was a regular first-team player with Hamilton, did really well for them, you know, but the boy is still young. Will he get the coaching at Rangers? I don't think he will properly until a new manager comes in, but that's another show, I suppose. I'm surprised he's sitting on the bench because, like you say, last week I thought he was about the only one in the team, that showed anything last week. And you saw him at the end of the game. The boy was just absolutely gutted, you know, as we all were, as he should be as well. But for me, he was about the only one in the team that showed anything last week, and I'm surprised.
That was a 4 out of 10 performance, if you know what I mean.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely right. You're correct. Aye. Nobody comes out with any credit for me for last week. Nobody at all, in all honesty. But I am surprised he's sitting on the bench. Maybe Graham Murty's thinking is, you know, with Dorrans and with Holty in there, maybe he thinks he'll get more out of them. I don't really see why, because I don't think neither of the boys are sort of defensively minded. I don't think they are anyway, you know, unless they show something different today. But I don't think they are, so I'm quite surprised that Docherty's sitting on the bench. I'm not so sure. I think he would have been in my team today.
Big Al?
Yeah, I think I've been consistent. I like the young fella. But I think, I don't know if it's been intended today or not, but he's played a load of games. I think he's practically played every game bar one since we signed the fella. But ultimately, he does need a bit of protection as well. So maybe it's just a break. But Rudy's right again. I don't think that you'd see the best of him until we've got people in position that are coaching these fellas. And how old is he? 19, 21, or 20? I'm not 100% sure, but I probably would have played him. But I do think he maybe needs a bit of a rest as well. You know what I mean? And it must be difficult for him coming into a team where he's been playing, he's been consistent player for another club, but then coming into a team and the pressure is tenfold, the expectation is 100-fold, and he's probably, I think maybe Graham Murty was right. Maybe he puts a lot of pressure on himself because he has that wee extra element that we have and he has as a fan. He's wanted to be better. He's wanted do well for the club, you know. So that might maybe somebody else coming and saying, "Look, son, you don't need to look at it that way. I just want you to play in a certain way. I want you to be confident in your abilities. You've got it," and that, you know. And I think somebody maybe needs to put their hand on his shoulder, but also maybe a wee break. You know, maybe he shouldn't have been playing every game. I don't know, but
maybe when in the team too early. So maybe a manager or a real captain on the park would have been pulling on the side and saying, "Just relax. This is for the long term, not for the short term." You know.
Yeah, but I think, as I say, as a fan, that would be like one of us in the park, if you know what I mean. You're running, chasing everyone when he doesn't need to chase that ball, or he doesn't need to exert himself too much here. But then again, it's difficult coming into a team like that when the other players are only playing up to scratch.
No,
and he's maybe seen this, and he's want to push ahead and get people. Or maybe you need to say that.
He's trying to take up the slack, Al. That's what he's trying to do.
You put it more eloquently than myself there.
But remember, he has put us under a lot of pressure. But his distribution, his passing since he's come into the team has been poor.
He's not had proper leadership.
But that doesn't mean, Al, leadership in professional football doesn't mean you can't pass the ball 15 yards, mate. That's not nothing to do with leadership.
Well, I think it can all be put. You just said that he's never had a proper captain. He's not had a proper manager.
That's an excuse for not being able to pass the ball 15 yards.
Well, I'm thinking only it could build pressure, take his mind off it. I know what you're saying. I'm maybe trying to give him an excuse for a young guy because I
think he's going to be a good team. Potentially he's going to be a good team. Same as I think McCrory potentially is going to be a good team, but they ain't there yet. Rudy Bear?
No, I mean, they're young guys, you know. It's like Marcel and I just mentioned there. The coaching's responsible for that. It's got a lot to do with this, Ox, you know. I mean, that lot change in the summer, obviously. They're young guys, loads of potential. They're certainly nowhere near the finished article yet. You know, I just said about McCrory there 5 minutes ago, you know, raw potential. They are going to need better coaching, and that'll come hopefully in the summer. But certainly for me, they're two of the better young players at the club right now, you know. Maybe Al's got a point. Maybe the boys shouldn't have been played as much when he came in, but I think maybe it's because we had such high hopes for him, you know. And maybe he shouldn't have been played as much as he has been, you know. But I do agree with you, some of his passing's a bit wayward at times, you know. And I think that he feels the responsibility being put into the team right away. He feels the responsibility to make things happen, and I think maybe he's just trying a bit too hard as well. It's maybe another part of it. Another problem with him is the fact he's trying too hard. He's a massive bear. His family are all bears, and you know, so he feels this responsibility now. He's at the club. I mean, he did say in his interview when he first came, you know, I've not made it yet. This is just the beginning. This is where the hard work starts. I go here. I'm certainly not the finished article. He understands that, you know. So better coaching in the summer. Hopefully we'll see him next season, bigger and better.
Big Al, what's your thoughts on how it's going to unfold in front of your eyes today?
Oh, Jesus, that's a question, huh? That's a question. I'm looking for a bit more out of Murphy today. I think, personally, I think he should be coming across that box. You've seen he's done a bit of damage when he's came across that box, but I'd hear him coming across the box for the left and right hand side, because I think he's got a wee bit more skill than your average player in the Scottish League. So I'm looking for a bit for him. I think him and Candias. How do you play that ball foot in the wing into the box? I don't think suits Cummins, does it? We agreed on that. So I think they've got to drive in a wee bit more. Cup.
If you get the ball in early to Cummins, you can make things happen. But if teams get it set up where he's marked and it's a floated ball, no chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, mate. So you either need to get it in first time, or get it across 18-yard and then drive in, or drive to the byline and cut it back. Create confusion in that box, and I think Cummins will serve as well. I don't hold many hopes at the back, but then again, maybe Martin's due a good game. I think we've said that a lot this season. I'm really sick of saying that they're due good games. He's mentioned Windass, the enigma, eh? He's due a good game as well, but I think when he has a good game, it's only for a 10 or 15-minute period within a game, if that makes sense. That is his good game, you know. So hopefully, if he does have a good game because I think Harps' heads can go down quite easily. We've got to get up. We've got to be at least 2-0 up in the first half, 2-0 up, taking it into the second half, gone for a kill.
Can we keep a clean sheet, Rudy? Can we keep a clean sheet, Rudy?
No, you know, I'd love to say aye, but I can't see it. I just can't see it, Ox, unfortunately. I think the performance last week, certainly at the back, through the whole team obviously, but at the back, but I would say probably responsible for 2 or 3 goals at least last week. And I say that sort of during the week previous to the semi-final, our defence couldn't keep Wales at a close, Ox. I don't really have any confidence in the defence, to be honest. I think we've got 2 fullbacks that are good going forward. No so great at their defensive duties, you know. And we've got centre backs who just don't seem to be able to defend for some reason, you know. You would have thought, say, Martin and Alves together, you know, the amount of experience they've got, you know, we've got something like 150 caps between the two of them. Alves played in some of the top leagues in Europe, top teams in Europe.
Fox and Bridge would be quicker than they two, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so what they were doing, Ox, was the two of them were sitting that deep because they've no pace and inviting the opposition midfield right and forwards right on us, you know. And when that happens, you're sitting on the edge of your 18-year box. You're going to lose goals.
And then it becomes too hard for the midfield because they're too deep and they can't be in two places at once. Mate.
That's it. That's exactly right, Ox. So hopefully that doesn't happen today. Even though McCrory's in there at centre back, he has got a wee bit of pace. So maybe him and Martin be able to work something out today. I hope so. But if you ask me the question, will we lose a goal today? I would say aye. I think so.
Are you going to predict the score?
I'll go 2-1 Rangers.
Are you back with us, Cumbrian?
I'm here, mate, yeah.
All right. How about the Cumbrian Dykes, all right?
They've been all right. I think we're still...
Did you straighten them out?
Aye, they're okay. They're all right. No, I think we're in with a shout today myself. Surely they want to make, as human beings, they'll want to make up for last week. And I think we can do it if we play a ray game with the ball moving at pace as usual by me. Keep it in the ground and move it at pace. And I think we're a match for MD in this league. So,
who thinks you'll put Andy Halliday on after 38 minutes this week?
The thing is this, Hearts know.
I bet he puts him on. I bet he puts him on.
When Hearts get right round about as early on, Avril, he's done his homework. They'll get beaten about us.
Oh, if I was a Hearts coach, I'd be saying you slow the game down as slow as you can for the first 20 minutes.
I don't think so.
That's what I would do. No, just slow the game down, make them play, make them go side to side, and the frustrations will sit in. That's exactly what I would do. Give your last thoughts, Big Al, then Rudy, then Cumbrian.
I'm just wondering, were they Dutch Dykes and did Cumbrian Bear plug the gap?
No. Cumbrian Bear?
I did, yes.
Good man.
I'm a good man. That's after church.
Rudy Bear.
We needed a performance today. I mean, surely as professionals, as CB just touched on there, the game last week, they should have come off that part ashamed of themselves. This got to be different this week. They've got to put in a performance this week.
Here.
This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, talking about today's game. Thanks for the three lads for joining us. All School Blue for putting the show on. See you after the game. Come on, Rangers.
Morning, Rangers.
Morning, Rangers.